Hello everybody, and welcome back. We have our patch notes, and you can see here that there's already something that's looking you right in the face. So we'll get started. There's a lot to go through here. A lot is changing. There's a lot being added, and so whether you like it or not, that's up to you to decide. But I don't think this is necessarily a bad update. It just isn't for everybody. It will generate a lot of content, um, but we'll get into that a little bit more as we go through this. All right. So tomorrow, my time, which is 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, this patch will go live, and our first thing here is the tactical carriers. With the deployment of assault carriers and supercarriers in combat and the acquisition of extensive research data, the four major empires have introduced a new generation of supercarrier, equipped with lightweight ships, and they are going to be named tactical carriers. Hey, good to see you, Susie. How you doing? These carriers are benefit from the research achievements of the first generation of supercarriers. Tactical carriers also boast impressive electronic warfare resistance and defensive capabilities. Additionally, they can be equipped with various tactical modules, including capital Sino field generators, carrier defense modules, jump overload burst, and capital jump field generators, and a few others. I am doing good. Just wanted to go through all the patch notes today. Uh, and I still have a couple of people that I need to carry through Dormant Realms, so I'll try to get those people through. This is going to take me probably an hour to go through these patch notes. Alright. Note that these super carriers, the new tactical super carriers, cannot be fitted with the super carrier cover module, the burst projector, or the command burst. So they're going to be more tanky and flexible, but they won't have that capability to just absolutely nuke their enemies in terms of resistances or defenses. Um, that's good. These super carriers did not need to have access to those, so I'm glad they don't. Alright, so our first ship here is called the Rahab. Specializes in deploying lightweight ships armed with missiles and rockets. It features high weapon accuracy, a fair yet reliable firepower, and excellent shield resistance with maximum shield capacity. So it is highly focused around its shield capabilities with a reasonable amount of missile and rocket damage. It's interesting to note that they say missiles and rockets, not like missiles and torpedoes. And we'll get into that a little bit later. Alright, our second ship here will be called the Midgard. It offers decent firepower with average weapon accuracy. This will be for turret-based lightweight ships. And the carrier itself will have a high speed compared to its other supercarriers. While shield strength is low, it is easier to repair. So the way I take that, and there's two ways to look at that. When its shield gets lower, you will either be more efficient with boosting yourself, or when you have really low shield, others can give you an increased amount of repair. So things like the Lith or any of the Force Auxiliaries, if they're trying to save you, and you're really low on shield strength, they'll have a much easier time of healing you. But they'll lose that efficiency the higher your shield is. So kind of interesting. We'll see how that works. I think that's the way it will actually be. I do not think it'll be the self-repair one. Alright, our third super carrier that we're going to be getting is called the Superbia. The lightweight ships it deploys have extended turret range and good accuracy. Both the carrier and its lightweight ships exhibit excellent defensive performance. I can only assume this is going to be the armor-based version of the Rahab. So that'll be cool. And then our last ship here is called the Hades, which I assume is probably going to be the... I don't know. I don't know which nation that'll be. I would like to say it's going to be the Minotaur one, but we'll see what happens. It boasts a well-balanced combination of firepower, range, defense, and mobility, making it a powerhouse comprehensively. So it won't have the best of anything, but it'll be overall a more reliable and balanced ship. Alright, tactical carrier manufacturer. This is where we're going to get into, there's going to be a lot of opportunity for people in the PvP sphere. There's no way to put this other than if you're looking to get your hands on one of these super carriers, you had better be prepared to bring a fleet with you to defend that super carrier. And all of the materials that you'll have to get there. We'll get into that. As tactical carriers are still in the experimental phase and possess extremely powerful combat capabilities. Yeah, I mean, you see the system, so I guess that will tell you what nationality it is. I don't know what these systems are for their nationality, so I couldn't tell you. Since it are in the experimental phase and possess extremely powerful combat capabilities, they are currently under strict regulation by the Empires. They can only be reverse engineered and manufactured in training centers in designated systems. You cannot make these ships in your home system unless your home system is in one of these 4 designated locations. These designated systems are heavily guarded by Imperial forces, and Cavaliers must transport materials from across the universe to these stations. Manufacturing tactical carriers requires capital ship components, advanced capital ship components, and intermediate materials. The designated systems and their related ship are the Rahab can only be manufactured in Tama. That location is gate camped all the time, so good luck getting in there. If you are trying to get in there, I would maybe recommend using the Sun Chaser system, because that just got a buff, by the way. We'll get into that much, much later. But Sun Chaser is actually good in high sec now. So the Rahab can only be manufactured in Tama. The Midgard can only be manufactured in Istodard. The Superbia can only be manufactured in Asgard. The Hades can only be manufactured in Ostengel. Those are your 4 systems, and all 4 of them are very regularly gate camped. So the only way you're getting these materials in and out is with a Sun Chaser system. And that sun is going to be camped. So good luck. Whoever gets their new super carrier first, you are probably going to die unless you have an absolute massive fleet to defend you. I expect that we will see a large amount of kill mails in these systems, which will end up driving up the price of these super carriers. But it seems like currently the only way you can get your hands on these super carriers is by building them. They will not be in a box. But we'll see how that goes. Maybe they'll change their mind. Alright. In addition to being restricted to manufacturing within those designated star systems, Concord and the 4 empires have agreed that each corporation is currently limited in the number of tactical carriers it can produce. Manufacturing authorization can be obtained by unlocking Corp Tech. So, more things for corporations to work toward. If you're in a Nullsec Corp, you better have this day one. Alright, Tactical Carrier Manufacturing Authorization Level 1 requires Corp Tech Level 5 and unlocks the ability to manufacture a carrier. 1 carrier. Cannot exceed max manufacturable cap using manufacturing increment decoders. So, the decoders are useless for going above this locked amount. At level 2, it will require Corporation Tech Level 6, raises the max manufacturing up to 3 carriers, and increases the number of ship that can be manufactured at the same time by 1. So you can make 3 capital ships, but you can only make 2 at the same time. Right, the next one here, Tactical Carrier Manufacturing Authorization 3 requires Tech Level 7 for the corporation. It raises the manufacturing amount up to level 6, and increases the number of ships that can be manufactured at the same time by 1. So with this authorization level 3, you can have up to 6 tactical carriers, and only 3 of them can be manufactured at the same time. Currently, each corporation can conduct up to 10 reverse engineering attempts and manufacture up to 10 tactical carriers after unlocking all the tech. A corporation can reverse engineer up to 3 blueprints and manufacture 3 ships at a time with max level. Requires massive investment. Failed reverse engineering attempts count toward the total limit. So do not fail. It will count against you. Ships can be insured, so trading or ship destruction does not count toward manufacturer cap. Okay. So those ships can be insurance. Alright, our first module here is the Micro Jump Drive. A Micro Jump Drive for instant intra-system combat. Activation requires a warm-up period, which then instantly propels the ship forward a fixed distance. Upon arrival, the ship maintains its direction and velocity. This module does not allow orientation adjustment once activated, and can be disabled by warp scramblers, interdiction spheres, and warp disruption field generators. Only ships supporting this technology can be fitted with it and use it. Initial compatible ships are the 4 bomber battleships. Those bomber battleships, let me pull them up. That's so good that these things get it. Alright, they are the Roke bomber, the Maelstrom bomber, the Abaddon bomber, and the Hyperion bomber. Nice. So what a micro jump drive will do for you is when you activate it, your ship will be locked in the direction that it is facing. When it fully activates after that warm-up period, which I think should be like 15 seconds, it will jump you. I believe this one will probably jump you 50 kilometers, but it could be 100 kilometers in the direction that you are facing. Yeah, wait till you get to one of the modules much later on. You're gonna watch a whole fleet eat themselves into the enemies. This actually might be the 100-kilometer one. So that is extraordinarily useful for these battleships. Some of them get locked into their tactical modules, and so being able to use that to jump away from a frigate or something will be highly useful for them to handle that frigate and keep distance. It can also be used to say you warp in at 100 kilometers from an anomaly, you can jump another 100 kilometers once you orient yourself whatever direction that you want to go. You can jump that extra 100 kilometers out or in a very short amount of time, thus giving you an extreme range for things like the Anubis, the Apocalypse, let's see, what other, the Apocalypse Navy, the Striker battleships, the Dominic's Navy could be useful if it eventually gets it. But right now it's only available on the bomber battleships, so the Roke bomber, the Maelstrom bomber, the Abaddon bomber, and the Hyperion bomber. If this eventually comes to the other battleships, it'll be highly useful for them. But right now, it is only available on the bomber battleships. Alright. So, the next thing we have here is the Micro Jump Drive Field Generator. Micro Jump Drive Field Generator for intra-system combat requires a warm-up period, and while warming up, the orientation cannot be changed. Once activated, it teleports up to 20 ships and their drones to within a range to a location 100 kilometers away in the direction that you're facing. So upon arrival, the ship will maintain its direction and velocity. This micro jump drive field only affects ships piloted by capsuleers. The closer a vessel is to the field's center, the higher the likelihood of being dragged with it. The only ship supporting this technology and can use it are the 4 Advanced Tactical Destroyers. So that's a buff for the destroyers. I love it. Let me find the Tactical Destroyers. That would be the Nightcrow, the Salamander, the Endurer, and the Erato. So these destroyers will be able to activate their field generator, and it's going to be risky for them. But they have a chance to literally just, oh my god. Oh god. I know what you can do with this. Okay, let me talk about it first. These destroyers will be able to interact with all Capsuleers, and if they are close to those other Capsuleers and they have this thing activated, it will jump the destroyer plus anything else it decides to grab onto and drag it 100 kilometers. Holy hell. Do you know what that means? That that means that you can gate camp with these things. If you see someone warp into the system and they haven't moved, it was the Salamanders, the Minotaur one. You can, oh my god, if you see someone come into the system and they haven't decloaked, you can, if you're close enough and you know roughly where they're at around the gate, you can activate that module, jump yourself, plus the enemy 100 kilometers away from that gate, so they can't get back to it. Do you realize how disgusting that is going to be? Because, yeah, not only that, but once he drags your ass, he can drop a bubble on you. And now you're stuck. You're not getting away. And if he happened to drag you plus one of his friends, and he bubbles him, and he bubbles you, you're done for. There is no way. Gate camps are going to be so much more destructive. Yeah, get your hands on a tactical destroyer right now before they go up in price. They're going to skyrocket in price right now. Do it. That's really cool. I like it. I love it. I think we're going to see a lot of good memes come out of that. Something like the Salamander, like you said, it's got a lot of DPS, it's got a bubble, it's going to be able to drag you off the gate whether you're cloaked or not, it doesn't matter. My question is, if he jumps you, does it decloak you? Because if it decloaks you when you get jumped with him, you are absolutely screwed. You want to talk about a disgusting gate camp? Just have 4 of these surrounding a gate. Have all 4 of them activated when, activate their bubbles at the same time, and then they can warp wherever the heck they want to go with you. Oh man. Gates are not safe. They have full coverage now with 4 destroyers. If you have 4 of them activate their micro jump field generator, they're going to grab you. That's gonna be so good. Alright. Manufacture them in the blueprints obtained in the new Inspector Cosmic Anomalies. I don't know where those will be, but they'll probably be in the drone regions, I would have to bet. But they also might be in HiSec? I don't know. They don't talk about these Inspector Cosmic Anomalies at all in these patch notes, other than the name. Alright, Capital Micro Jump Drive Field Generator. This is the exact same thing, except it can be put on all the Capital ships. Oh no, it can only be fitted to the tactical supercarriers. Wow. 5.9 billion for the Endure. Oh, people bought them all. Oh yeah. Yep. People bought them all as soon as they saw that. Alright. So that's cool. So the new supercarriers can also grab you and drag you wherever they want you to go. Nice. Oh, yep. Obtain the blueprint through Capital Ship Proving Grounds. So the blueprint has a high rarity. If you get one, you are lucky. It's probably like a 1% drop rate or something like that, if I had to bet. Alright, our next module. There's a lot of modules here, so bear with me. Jump Overload Burst. It is a mid-slot tactical module that projects a nano enhancement field onto fleet allies, temporarily boosting their jump drive capabilities and providing long-range jump navigation support. Only tactical carriers equipped with this technology can be fitted and use it. Primary effect: improve warp stability. So with this module, you'll likely have enough warp stability in order to actually use your jump drive or your jump what the hell was it called? Jump drive field generator. Um so with this it'll boost your warp stability so you can actually jump and grab things if you want to grab them. Reduces capacitor consumption for those jumps. So that gives us confirmation that it will not use fuel to jump you, it will use your capacitor to jump you. Increases jump range. Enhances the Sun Chaser navigation range. So if you activate that, you can get a longer Sun Chaser jump range. And you can activate it in nullsec where security levels meet the conditions. Training skills can further improve these effects. Capital Ship Proving Grounds is where you'll get them. Cool. As a blueprint. Alright. Our next module is for capitals. It's for, actually, I don't know what it's for. Give me a minute to look through this. It is a specialized structure defense system. Okay, there we go. It's for structures. Using remote energy transmission technology, it transfers the immense energy of the structure to a target ship, enhancing its engine power, damage control systems, thereby significantly boosting its combat capabilities. If the target is a capital ship, it can also offset excessive damage received. Okay, so the way I look at it, in Eve Echoes, they would refer to this feature as a tether. Uh, yeah, with the module, it's probably like 50% plus fuel. But still, that's not bad. That's way better than what it was. And, Sun Chaser just got buffed, so that'll be also really good. So yeah, EVE Online would refer to the structure of Siege Array as a tether. And so what this will do is, so long as this module from a station or Corp Alliance whatever structure is attached to whatever target ship it is, say it's like one of the new super carriers, it will boost that super carrier's engine power and damage control systems, meaning the target ship will be able to heal better, have better capacitor recharge probably. It'll probably reduce the capacitor need of modules. It'll likely boost like the healing amount that they're getting. It may give just a raw boost to armor and shield and things like that too. We'll have to look when the module itself comes out and see what it fully boosts and how much it boosts. Hey, Jenner, welcome. And on capital ships, it can offset damage received. So it kinda acts like the shield field module. So that'll be cool. I think that's a great module to have now on corporation and alliance structures. I'm happy with that. That was absolutely necessary. There have been so many capitals that were killed just uh, outside of their structure, where with this module they probably could have survived. This can only be fitted in dedicated slots of the Fortizar. So there's your the jump improvement module is for tactical carriers only, and it improves warp stability, reduces capacitor consumption for jumps, increases jump range, enhances Sun Chaser navigation range, enables Sun Chaser to activate in nullsec, where security levels meet conditions. Yeah, I wonder if that'll work on a Fortizar. That'd be cool. That's kind of useful. Oh, interesting. So this siege array can only be used by alliances and corporations with fewer sovereignties, and is meant for defensive measures. Alright, so the new supercarriers also bring with them new lightweight ships. These lightweight ships are called the lightweight carrier cruisers and lightweight battle cruisers. tactical carriers entering the battlefield, the demand for lightweight ships has increased, leading to the emergence of lightweight cruisers and battlecruisers. To adapt to drone combat, the warp drive and damage repair systems were removed from these ships, and components such as the cargo hold, armor, structure were simplified. The improved engine, radar, weapon systems make it highly suitable for close-range combat. So these are going to be probably acting more similar to, like the guards and stuff. That's what I would think. They're close-range combat, meaning they're not going to go crazy chasing things down. Since this technology is being publicly introduced for the first time, only the basic model is currently available for Capsuleers. So the options here for lightweight cruisers, disruption cruisers will be Blackbird, Bellicose, Arbitrator, and Celestis. The balanced ones, these are going to be your DPS cruisers, are Caracal, Stabber, Omen, and Thorax. The way I see it, they're probably going to have one cruiser slot and two battle cruiser slots. Very likely. What problem are you seeing so far? It may also be two cruiser slots and one battle cruiser slot. We'll have to see. I think they go into it later. Alright, so your lightweight battlecruisers, even the light destroyers are relatively big targets, so the new ones. I don't know. They do have the same health as cruisers and battlecruisers, so actually they may have more health overall, especially with the buffs uh from the super carrier modules. So they may not be as tank missing as you think. I think they're going to be fairly tanky drones. We also don't know how many of them are launched at the same time. So if we're ending up with like two cruisers and a battle cruiser as part of your fighter lightweight things, lightweight ships, or is it going to be like one cruiser, and one battleship? I don't know. We'll have to see once it comes to the game. Alright, so the lightweight battlecruisers, the balanced ones, are Drake, Hurricane, Harbinger, and Brunix. The offense ones are the Naga, which uses missiles, the Tornado, the Oracle, and the Talos. The Naga drones will not be using railguns. How to obtain. Manufacture based on blueprints from the market to better align ISK and industrial material supply and demand with the current state of New Eden. The blueprints for basic lightweight ships will gradually be adjusted to be sold on the market. Don't know what that means. We're moving on. Tactical carrier hangar modification. Based on improvements to lightweight ship hangar modifications, it allows adjustments to the structural distribution of tactical carriers, enabling changes to the number of mid-slots, lightweight cruiser launchers, and lightweight battlecruiser launchers. How to obtain. Reverse engineering first, and the hangars for designated lightweight ships can then be modified to suit the tactical carrier module. Okay, models. Okay, cool. So these are going to be reverse engineer them, and once you've engineered them, you can choose the layout you want. Alright, ship adjustments. The 4 tactical destroyers, Endurer, Salamander, Nitro, and Arado, can be fitted with the micro jump drive field generator. The 4 bomber battleships. Let me find them again. The Rogue Bomber, the Maelstrom Bomber, the Abaddon Bomber, and the Hyperion Bomber can now be fitted with the micro jump drive field generator. The 4 super carriers, the Hades, God, I can't remember any of the names, but the new ones. Oh no, the current 4 super carriers, sorry. Let me find that. The current 4 super carriers are getting a buff to the Wyvern, the Hell, the Aeon, and the Nyx, are getting a structure hit point increase of 20%. Lol. Capital bipolar 4 trillion. So the Wyvern, for example, good lord. Attributes. So the structure would go from 1,250,000 up to like 1,500,000 structure. Yep, and this is such a good change coming up. This is actually really good for a lot of people. Alright, to make it easier for Capsuleers to explore different ships, we have an improved design consistency and reduce the burden on novice Capsuleer. A series of skill and ship system simplifications and integrations will be introduced. This phase of updates, meaning there's going to be multiple updates in a row that will make changes to this, includes the following changes. Versatile assault ships have been renamed to assault carriers. Thank you. Thank God. I am so tired of calling them VAS. And I'd rather just call them assault carriers. Thank you, God. And officially integrated into the carrier system. So instead of having the versatile assault ship tab, we're just gonna have the carrier tab for them. I don't know why they're changing that. That wasn't needed. I'd rather have them be separated because they are a different weapon system. The vessel itself benefits from carrier skill bonuses while the weapon systems remain unchanged. Yeah, unfortunately, no new nanocores as far as we can tell. But that's okay. We don't need to have nanocores every single patch. But Lucent Moon does need a little bit more help. It needs more options for nanocores. So nanocore attribute bonuses effective for carriers are now applicable to assault carriers. They have removed the Versatile Assault Ship Operation, Versatile Assault Ship Defense Upgrade, and Versatile Assault Ship Engineering skill groups. Capsuleers who have learned these skills can reset them for free and does not cost any Lazarus units. Such a good change. NetEase should be praised for that. That is a great change. All the SP you put into that accursed skill group, and it's now going to be just carrier skills. Thank you, NetEase. I love it. That was... Why do you feel upset about that? Is it because you spent all this time putting skills into it that you feel upset? I don't know, I'd like to hear... Oh, because you started recently and now you're gonna have to reset it again. But at least it's free. It's a free reset on those skills. So it's not gonna cost you anything. You get all those skills and you can put them into carrier skills. Alright. Removed all those skill groups, and it's free for you. Increased the purchase price of carrier operation, carrier defense upgrade, and carrier engineering skill groups to match the price of the merged groups. So, buy your skills now before the update goes live. Once this update goes live, it's going to double the cost of these skill upgrades and groups. So buy them. Buy them now. Or forever hold your peace and deal with a more expensive one. I know that's what I'm gonna do. Is I'm gonna buy them. Alright, details of skill bonus adjustment. Ooh, these are gonna get more expensive to skill into. These are gonna get a lot more expensive to skill into. Carrier operation. Due to the lower inertia modifier bonus of carrier skills compared to first-style assault ship skills, the base inertia modifier of the 4 assault carriers has been reduced approximately 79% to maintain a mobility. Okay, that's a buff! That is a buff! Good. So instead of the inertia modifier that you've been used to, you are going to have a better inertia modifier. Carrier defense upgrade skill. Defense bonus increased from 25,000 to 50,000 to enhance the fitting versatility of assault carriers. Their power grid has been increased by 10%. Nice, a whole nother buff. You can fit better modules. Not much better, but 10% is a nice buff. So that will pretty much mean where previously you might have had to choose between using a capital-sized module or just having to stick with a normal module, now you can fit that capital module instead. Carrier engineering. The bonuses remain the same as before with no adjustments made. Okay, that's fine. We have a module adjustment to the new entanglement devices. The repair effect of the quantum entanglement device has been adjusted from converting to damage or repair bonus on actual repair values to converting to damage or repair bonuses based on theoretical repair values. So that's like, I don't know if that's a buff or a nerf. The way I look at it is, I have to pull this up on Suite to show you what I mean. So what I'm thinking about. Hurry up, Suite. I need you to load. It takes a minute. There we go. Fitting tool. So let's just go to like the Alpha Prophecy I have here. You'll see here my raw healing, which is what it was currently based on, is 176. But the theoretical value, which is the EHP value, is 359. So the new quantum device, I guess that's a buff. Because instead of the quantum device being based on the raw value, it will now be based on the EHP value. So, could be a buff, could be a nerf. It'll be more efficient this way, or more effective that way. Alright. So, NPC adjustment. Except for sentry guns and Concord forces, the detection range of regular NPCs has been increased from 250 kilometers to 500 kilometers. NPCs will now continuously pursue targets using regular flight. That means you can no longer hide outside your 250 kilometer range. I'm looking at you, all those sniper battleships running level 10 anomalies that they should never be able to run with a... I don't know. Now you'll be chased. So fit yourself with an extra tank mod. And if you're a capital ship, like a carrier, you'll be at 600 kilometers, so you're still safe. Lol. They still didn't fix that. But of all the ships that this is important to, it was the sniping battleship bots that this is going to affect the heaviest. So, good. I like it. I just wish that we had gotten, like, a 200 kilometer warp-in option to sort of work around that. Or 150 kilometer would have been nice. Alright. Currently, all NPCs only use flight to chase enemies and may initiate warp only when returning to the base center. Oh, so they will not warp away. They will stay at that maximum range and still try to kill you. So when they get to that 500-kilometer distance from their home, wherever they spawn, they're going to sit on that 500-kilometer range. They're not going to warp away. Cool. Jump clone adjustment. This is a really big patch, I tell you. The cooldown time for using jump clone services has been reduced from 2 days to 1 day. Yes! We can now jump every 24 hours. Thank you. Oh, thank you. The Infomorph synchronizing skills effect on reducing jump clone cooldown has been enhanced from 25% to 15%, or 25, 15, and 10 is now 20, 30, and 40%, up to minus 90% cooldown. That is so good! That means you can use a jump clone with maximum skills every, 6 hours or something like that? 5 hours? 8 hours? Somewhere in there. Adjusted the fees for jump clone services, increased the fees at lower clone points, and reduced fees at higher clone points. Cool. Sunchaser engine buff! This is what I'm so excited about. I am so excited about these changes to Sunchaser. You have no idea how excited I am. When activating the Sunchaser engine in high sec and low sec, the warm-up time is 5 seconds. Not whatever the god-awful 240-second option was. 5 seconds in high sec and low sec. The maximum jump range of the drive in high sec and low sec areas is increased by 100%. So that means on mine, I have what is mine right now? Is it 3 on mine in high sec? Or is it 3.2? I think it was 3.2 that I have. I can't remember. It might just be 3. But now we're going to have a 6 light year jump range in high sec and low sec. That means I can now undock my Lucent Moons, and I can jump to Forest. Or I can jump to most of those high sec areas where I normally rat. Awesome. That means if you are outside of a high sec island, you can be up to 6 light years away from that high sec island and just go. And much faster than you used to. Highly excited. Great change. This is what the Sunchaser should have been. Hell yeah, go rat in low sec. Use your Sunchaser, man. That's gonna be so good. Hell, even I might do something. Can you activate Sunchaser from a autopilot thing? Or does it only work by accessing the map? Because if you can activate it from the autopilot thing, I would much rather Sunchaser autopilot out. I've never actually been able to use Sunchaser up until now. works only if you use the map. Huh. Okay. I'm sure it'll still be faster than, trying to align and warp out. That's gonna irritate so many people. I might choose to fly my Kanyus in Losec. I don't know. I think that could be fun, flying the Kanyu again. I'd have to skill into it, but I think that would be fun. It's almost too bad that it's only on the Young Jung ships, unless you have a Sun Chaser, nanocore. I wish it was on the Concord ships and the Young Jung ships. Right, cool. Nice changes. I am so happy about the Sun Chaser adjustment. Alright, structure adjustments. Yes, Lucent Moon has Sun Chaser. All of the, well, Young Jung ships have it. So that would be the Kanyu prototype, the Lucent Moon, and the Wangyu prototype. Yeah, now that the vac skills are the carrier skills, except for the weapon skills. The weapon skills are still the same lightweight ship skills and destroyer skills that you'll need. Alright, structural adjustment. Corporation frontline outposts can be anchored in any system with the reinforcement time rules changed to be identical to those of the Ethereum Reach region. Wait, does that mean I can anchor a frontline outpost in HiSec? Shit, if I can anchor one of these in HiSec, I'm so gonna anchor one. There's no way we can just anchor one of these in HiSec. It has to be in only sovereignty-based systems. I mean, it says any system. If adjacent systems within one jump are unclaimed, reinforcement time can be set during the above time period. If multiple sovereignty structures exist in adjacent systems, the reinforcement time can only match any one of those structures. If the reinforcement time of structures in adjacent systems does not fall within the base time rules, the frontline outpost cannot be anchored. Can we have HiSec sovereignty? I want HiSec sovereignty! You know how cool it would be if I could, like, yeah, time to fight over Gina. It's gonna be fucking Uh, that one Fortizar next to Gina. Oh my god, what was that called? They blew it up like 6 months ago when they changed all of the Fortizar rules. Oh my god, what was that place called? But it was like a direct competitor to Gina in EVE Online. I want... I want to overthrow Gina. Give me a Fortizar. Let me host a market. And I want to absolutely overthrow Gina. Yes, there is a limit of stations for each space, and I think it's based on each planet. God dang, I really want to have the opportunity to completely overthrow Gina as a trade station. Even if I made like 1% or half of 1% of every transaction, oh my god, the income you could get out of that would be insane. Oh, please let it work. How much does one of those cost? Where do I find that? Structures, Corporation Frontline Outpost. Oh, there's none on the market. And they're like 15 billion. Is anybody willing to donate me one of those just so I can try it? I would absolutely pay you for it if it works. If not, I'll just send it back to you, but... I... I wanna... I wanna... I wanna do that so bad. Imagine you wake up tomorrow and there's just Orion's trade station, Capsuleer outpost, outside of Gina. That would be friggin' hilarious. I wouldn't even care if it got blown up. That would be worth it. Alright, market adjustment. The flex sales tax rate is changed to 8%. Only players with technology level 10 can use quick exchange feature to exchange for ISK. This is to offset the third-party external money transactions and refund-based profit schemes. So that's actually a really rough change for a lot of people. There are a lot of people who are using that sort of flex to ISK exchange to buy like ships and things when they're just quickly going through the market. Now they're actually going to have to try to sell it on the market. And it's only going to be available at tech level 10. So all of those alpha ISK generating bots, bye-bye. Pay for Omega. Get fucked. Become tech level 10 before you can do anything. Haha. Trade station in Tama. Tama is now a trade station. I cannot wait for all of the kill mails. I swear to God. Let me see all the kill mails. Get everybody together and just gank. Do it. Burn Tama to the ground. Gina had their burning of Gina in EVE Online, I want Tama burned to the ground after this update. Every single ship that enters that system needs to die. Which, by the way, because now it's a trade station, you can use the in-game transport system. So, if you're looking to get materials somewhere into Tama, for example, you can. Where is it? I think I can only do it with a regional delivery, and then you can choose to go to, like, Tama. So when that changes, you can actually send it to Tama. Hey, how you doing, Corian? Welcome, welcome. How you doing? Can we get, like, a hashtag going or something called Burn Tama? Please, for the love of God. Let this go viral. Alright, so a bunch of insurance adjustments. We're gonna get 100% payout for Mark 1 through prototype modules. Oh no. Mark 1 through 9 modules are getting 100% payout. Prototype modules, which are Mark 9 also named, are getting a 75% payout. Prototype rigs are non-compensable. So all those prototype rigs you have in your hangar will not be refunded. Standard rig 1s have been adjusted to 100% payout ratio. Standard rig 2s are 75% payout ratio. Standard rig 3s are 50% ratio. Frequency reducing bipolar integrated rigging has adjusted to 100%. 3P integrated rigs are 75% payout. 4P are 50% payout. Metal level 5 modules that do not require manufacturing has been increased to 100% payout. After the adjustment, relevant market personnel will further monitor market supply and demand trends, and more adjustments will be made to modules with the metal level 6 through 11 in the future. Cosmic anomaly adjustments. Wow, this is a really long patch notes. My god. New advanced implant units have been added as drops in Malfi. I keep wanting to call it Malafis, but it's Malfi. New module blueprints added to loot crates in capital ship proving grounds. New module blueprints added to advanced inspector cosmic anomalies. Solar system hosting relic battle has been updated. So we're gonna have new solar systems to do PvP in. Cool. Optimizations. Optimize the AI core to prevent it from immediately entering a new cosmic anomaly due to refresh delays. Not really sure what they mean by that, but totally down for it. Fix the issue with overheating threshold of thermal circulation control unit was not properly raised synchronously. So there must have been like a visual bug with the filling of your thermal circulation control, and it was just not in sync with what it was actually doing. Fixed a display issue with the Cyan C Dragon Nanocore animation. Cool. Nice. Fixed an issue where the combat log interface might only display partial records. Interesting. Fixed an issue where the expiration time for lab and counter missions might be shorter than 6 hours. If you are taking 6 hours to do a advanced laboratory mission, you are either being camped by someone and they're trying to stop you from doing that, in which case that can be a problem. But otherwise, why are you taking 6 hours to do an encounter mission? I don't really know. Or the lab encounter mission. Anyway, so that's been fixed. Now it will always be 6 hours when you grab it. Fixed an issue in Malphite where Wasteseeker Centrum Cosmic Anomaly failed to correctly load the acceleration gate. That's a problem. I'm glad it's fixed. Fixed an issue where blueprints producing multiple items incorrectly required multiple times the necessary materials under dismantle list. That's funny. So pretty much it was a bug showing that when you tried to make multiple items, then it showed like multiple times the amount that it actually was. That's funny. Fix an issue where it might be impossible to cancel after clicking the undock button. Thank you. That has been so annoying. I have failed to cancel undock so many times. It's not even funny. Fix an issue of abnormal bounty distribution when teaming up in Malphite. Huh. I wonder why that happened. Alright, and that is the entirety of the patch notes. While I'm here, does anyone need Dormant Realm level 6 carries? That's all I have available, but if you want some carries, let me know. Nice. 4-8 solo is pretty good. 4-9 and 4-10 on the hardest, though, for solo. Of course, because they're the highest level, but, you know. How it is. Alright. Since nobody seems to need any Dormant Realm carries, I will start to end my stream here. Feel free to join our Discord. Let me pull up the link real quick to put it in the chat. Oh yeah, you have a whole lot more room to work with Tank. Here we are. So that is the Discord link. Join in if you just want a casual chatting experience. We welcome everybody. Doesn't matter whether you're Tech 1 or Tech 10. Join on in, talk to us, ask questions. We do Dormant Realm carries every Monday at level 10 until we run out of level 10 to do. After that, we switch over to level 6 Dormant Realm carries for the rest of the week. I am available most times around 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'll be available pretty often over the next day. Man, what else to say? Thank you all so much for the support that you've brought to my channel and hanging out on Mondays and just overall helping the community with me. I cannot stress how thankful I am to you guys. Um, I really wish I had a better way to say thank you, or I had something else that I could do to thank you guys. But right now, the best I can do is try to carry you guys through Dormant Realms, and provide you some way of getting ISK that you normally can't access. Thank you. Thank you so much. Take care, and have a great weekend, day, week. I don't even know what day it is. My god. It's only Tuesday and it feels like Friday. Bye. Have a good one.